Hi! Here are 20 really amazing and mind-blowing facts that will explode your mind. M&Ms were invented in 1941 by Forrest Mars Sr. The coated chocolate candies were originally sold to the military during World War II because they won't melt in warm weather. They were made available to the public in 1945 and quickly became a popular snack. Research found that people who drink vodka with a diet mixer get 18% more drunk than those who drink vodka with a regular mixer. It is believed that this is because diet mixers are digested more quickly than the regular type, allowing alcohol to be absorbed into the bloodstream more quickly. A Batman was a unit of weight in the Ottoman Empire that was about 16.5 pounds. Which is about the weight of 9 Batmans played by Ben Affleck and is still used in some parts of the Middle East and Central Asia. According to audio interviews, George H.W. Bush's campaign team considered Clint Eastwood as a potential running mate in the 1988 presidential election. At the time, Eastwood had served as the mayor of Carmel-by-the-Sea, California, but Dan Quayle was finally chosen because of concerns over Eastwood's lack of experience. The U.S. government's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention published a blog post in 2011 titled Preparedness 101: Zombie Apocalypse. The post was intended to be a humorous way to teach people about the importance of being prepared for emergencies but did contain legitimate advice on how to prepare for a disaster involving zombies. The longest living vertebrate is the Greenland shark, a slow-moving, bottom-dwelling shark that lives in the North Atlantic and Arctic Ocean. It can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh up to 2,000 pounds and has a very slow metabolism. Scientists estimate that they can live anywhere from 200 to 500 years. The name Donald is of Scottish and Celtic origin and means world ruler, and has been used for centuries in Scotland. The MacDonalds are one of the most ancient clans, and there have been 6 Scottish kings by that name, so perhaps ex-President Trump is destined for yet bigger things. The sound of the boulder in Raiders of the Lost Ark was created by a combination of sounds, including a falling tree, a car driving over gravel, and a celery stalk being crushed. The boulder in the movie was made of fiberglass and wood, so it didn't make any noise when it rolled. Hairdressers are one of the most likely occupations to suffer injuries at work. Research showed that hairdressers are 7 times more likely to have an accident at work than manual workers. Common injuries are cuts, bruises, and strains but can include traumas such as eye injuries and electric shocks. President Thomas Jefferson was a prolific writer and used quill pens for most of his correspondence. He kept a flock of 20 geese at his home in Virginia and used the quills from his geese to write documents such as the Declaration of Independence and the Louisiana Purchase Treaty. Bag End, the house where Bilbo Baggins lived in the Lord of the Rings movies, is now occupied by sheep. It is located in Matamata, New Zealand, where the sheep owned by a local farmer graze in the area and often wander into the house. They are a popular attraction, and tourists are often seen petting and feeding the sheep. A severe hailstorm hit when James Patrick Smith, a 25-year-old pizza delivery man in Fort Worth, Texas, was out making deliveries in 2007. He was driving his car when he was struck in the head by a 2-pound hailstone the size of a grapefruit with such force that he became the only person ever killed by hail. The producers of the original Mad Max film thought that Mel Gibson's Australian accent was too strong for American audiences, so dubbed over his voice with a US actor, as the distributors feared that Gibson's accent could have a negative effect at the box office. Pizza sales in Colorado shot up by 11% in the first year after the state legalized recreational marijuana in 2014. Marijuana is known to stimulate the appetite, and it is thought people were satisfying their cravings after smoking. Similar increases were seen in Washington and Oregon after similar legislation. A study found that people who are good at math are twice as likely to be sexually active in old age. It studied 7,000 people over the age of 50 and found that people who scored highly on a math test were more sexually active. It is thought that people who are good at math are more confident and outgoing, or in better health. Detectors have been installed in elevators in Singapore to deter people from urinating in them. If the detector is triggered, the elevator will stop and the police will be called. These are designed to detect the presence of urine using chemical sensors and infrared cameras, resulting in a 25% decrease in cases in the first year. The BBC found that 96% of people can tell the difference between the sound of hot and cold water being poured. Participants listened to recordings of water being poured into glasses and identified which was of hot water and which was of cold. Hot water being poured is thought to be higher in pitch than that of cold water. 46% of Americans said they feel a deep sense of wonder about the universe at least once a week. It also found differences in the frequency with which people feel this. Women are more likely than men to feel wonder about the universe, as do those who meditate. Actress Hedy Lamarr is credited for co-inventing the technology that led to the development of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Her frequency hopping technology, devised in the 1940s, was intended to be used for torpedoes, but it was later adopted for use in other wireless communication technologies and used by the US Navy during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and later a fundamental part of many devices from smartphones to laptops to cars. In 1998, 10,113 American women insured themselves against virgin birth at the millennium. The insurance policy, which was offered by Lloyd's of London, would pay out $1 million to any woman who gave birth to a child without having had sex. No woman ever claimed the payout. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to be updated when new videos are released, please subscribe, like and comment.